And was it Keeping Up With Me HB? I have to do this again, don't I?
Hey guys.
I have to say these words. Hey guys, welcome back to, I feel like this is really hard to say, Keeping Up With Me HB. It's a good slogan. I'm never gonna get it. I'm never gonna get it. Moving on from the really difficult title that I have to say each week, had a pretty good week. And you know, when I sat down today, I'm like, what am I going to talk about? And it's very obvious. I'm so done with just dieting. I'm just done. Did anyone hear me? Done. I don't want to diet anymore. I don't want a goal. I don't even want a goal of maintenance, because if I lose, I don't want to feel like I'm not achieving my goal. I think this week I actually am going to switch over to maintenance and have it more as a I guess just check in, see where I'm at, see what my intakes were, if I feel like it, and if I foresee a couple of days where it's like, oh, hey, I have a bit of a blank space where there's not a lot going on and there's potential for me to kind of, I don't know, get after a diet for a few days, and I might, but I really don't want to have that pressure anymore. I'm just tired of it. So tired of it. Maybe next year I'll have like a buzz for getting back up on stage and competing again. I don't know, but right now I'm so done. But this week, okay, so what's been going on? I had a really fun week actually. So I don't normally do in-person consults. So by that I mean like literally face-to-face, you're sitting here with me. I do a lot of one-on-one stuff obviously online, and I also do like Skype, I guess telemedicine, that kind of thing. But very rarely do I get the opportunity, just because our schedule is pretty hectic, that I get to be in person with somebody. So last week was kind of unique and super fun. I actually got to catch up with a gal who is from Florida. They're in St. Pete in Pasadena. And it was like, I guess, a little bit of a gift for her. And we went and hung out and did some training together, and then did an in-person nutrition consult. So that was really fun. I also got to kind of go through, I guess, how carbon works, which is really nice to kind of have that as a, I guess, coach in the background. So it doesn't necessarily have to be me working with someone, but I can kind of give them the outline, talk about how long to kind of set up their fat loss phase for, how frequently or infrequently to start including diet breaks, and then, okay, when are we going to switch gears and how long do we do the reverse diet for? So that was so much fun, spending time with Melissa. So Melissa, if you're watching, it was so lovely to meet you and your husband. We had a great time. I got to do that on Friday for a few hours, and then Lane had organised to go to a hotel in St. Pete for the weekend. So we actually used to always go here together if we ever got a chance to get away. But that has been such a long time. Just to have free time has been really crazy. We set that up and we forgot that his parents were coming into town. So we're like packing the bags, and Lane's mom's like, yeah, so our flight leaves in 30 minutes. And we're like, oh, that's right, you guys are coming into town. So they're coming in a week ahead for Olivia's birthday. So that was a bit frustrating, because I guess we were meant to spend some time with them before the kids came back to us. So they actually ended up just having a nice weekend in our house to themselves while we went down to the beach. It was just like, there are so many, like eating out, having drinks, trying new stuff. Like we did cigars and different flavors, and it was just really good. But this is why I just know I'm so done with dieting, because I just want to relax. I just want to enjoy that. I don't want to be worrying about having to which is the lowest calorie wine on the list, or like what meals do I have options to eat? Which ones should I not worry about? You're going to see on the weekend, and there's also a couple of days last week right before Shelley flew home, where all the girls we caught up and went out at the end of the day, and my intakes are just like this, tick, 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 just from eating out. And it truly is so much more difficult to stay on track if you eat out a lot. Like it just is. It's like, what's on the menu? It's definitely not low-fat cheese. It's not fat-free milk. It's the fully leaded, fully loaded, full-fat cream. You're having like butter, oil, like all the good stuff. And it just makes it so challenging. Despite all of the eating out, I think I still kind of managed to make relatively good choices, and I didn't feel too restricted. But I'm somebody that's probably quite a private person. Generally, like I'll get on here and talk to you guys. That's kind of easy, to be honest. I feel like that's easy. It's like when you actually have people in your space, it's like I will definitely want to be like, I don't know, just out of mind, out of sight. I guess it goes the other way, out of sight, out of mind, and just need a little bit of downtime. And I think just having had a bit of a break over the weekend, and then not having enough time to kind of feel like I get set back up ready for the week, that kind of already created a bit of like I don't know, not stress, but just low-grade anxiety. I could kind of feel it. I got home and I was like, haven't had time to do this. We had to go and look at a house on Sunday afternoon, which is normally like when I'm going to the groceries and getting set up for the week. I'm kind of planning content, and I didn't get to do that. And then we went out for dinner as well on Sunday too. So like we got home and it must have been like 9 o'clock, and I could feel like the stress, just all that anxious feeling kind of building. And I was like, oh my God, I've got so much stuff I've got to get done this week. Oh my God, the kids are here tomorrow. I haven't had time to do the groceries. I've got to plan Livia's birthday. I've still got to get all of her gifts ready. And it's just like, yeah, they're just such small things when you think about them individually. But like when you start like putting it all on top of each other, and then it's like, oh, I've got to reshuffle my training week this week because I have extra like podcasts that aren't normally scheduled in. And yeah, it was just like really this icky feeling. On Sunday evening after we'd been out for dinner, like I wasn't hungry. It's probably the first time for a long while that I've been like, oh, I feel like I need to eat, like as a comfort. And that hasn't happened in ages. So that bothered me. I think I kind of went to bed on Sunday night and was talking to Lane about it. I was like, this is not normal. Like I haven't felt like this for ages. And I think it's just that, drastic, like very radical change in like your day to day. It's like you haven't been doing your normal stuff. Then you've got 2 extra bodies in the house, and then the kids are coming and you haven't done this. And it was just really very anxiety provoking. So I don't know about you guys or if you've ever felt something similar, but it's just like, I think you have to kind of put it back to like there's a lot of change, and just being able to recognize that there's a lot of things that are kind of outside your normal routine, that really can drive a lot of like emotional eating. So I think just kind of recognizing that, but then just saying, hey, that's okay to feel like that. You're out of your normal comfort zone. You've got extra bodies in the house. It's not, the way that you normally go about things. And yes, there's more commitments to be a bit more social. And I'm like, my biggest fear is coming across like rude when I know I've got a lot of stuff to get done and I just don't have time to be like chatty. So I think that worries me. But I think just kind of talking it out and just acknowledging that, hey, like all you have to say is, hey guys, I'm going to be really busy this week. If I don't stop and talk to you, I'm not being rude. I'm just busy. Just little things like that. Like I used to let it like build up and build up and build up and really stress me out. So now like I just have to practice like doing those little things, like, making that one comment, like, and it's like, it wasn't actually that hard. And now I can get on with my day. So yeah, that was something that definitely crept up, and I felt like during the day on Monday, there was a lot of like, I don't know, food out and just stuff everywhere. It's just a bit of a mess when you've got extra people in the house. So yeah, I think I definitely found myself doing a little bit of that comfort eating, and it was like stress, anxiety, and like I definitely went over my targets on Monday, and you'll see when I pull up my phone in a minute. But the biggest thing I think that I'm really proud of myself for is not feeling like I have to do anything like compensatory to kind of make up for that. So previously, if I'd gone over by a few hundred calories, I'd be like, oh, I have to, go and get an extra spin class in this week, or I'll make sure I do, a little bit extra walking, or I'll have to make it up on other days, regardless. But that is really like the contest prep mindset, the eating disorder or disordered eating mindset kind of creeping back in. So I really had to just be like, nope, you're actually going to do dick about it. You're going to sit in this, you're going to feel this, and you're going to do nothing. So that's certainly been something that I felt like I really was able to overcome this week, which was really good. Sorry if there's anyone watching who's been in that situation. I encourage you to try and sit with it and just be okay and not feel like you have to, do another 1,000 hours of exercise because you went over your calories by a small amount. Like, who cares? Like, just enjoy the moment, whatever it was you were eating, and then let it go. Very good. So anyway, let's have a look at my tracking for the week. Okay, so I'm going to go firstly to the me section. I'm going to pull up my calories. So my check-in period is from Tuesday through to Monday. So you can see there my weekly average calorie intake was 1709. My target was 1521. So I'm just me. I don't want to diet. I'm not ready to diet. I don't want to diet, and I don't care when I want to diet again. If it happens, it happens because it's just intuitive. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, you can see there Wednesday I had 2240 calories. So that was the last day we'd kind of decided to go out with the girls before Shelley went home on Thursday. So that wasn't, again, it's not like I'm eating 4 servings of something and then we're having dessert and then I'm having extra dessert. That's just making one meal choice at a restaurant, and that's how calorie dense they are. So you can see, if you are somebody that eats out quite frequently, it's very easy not to be able to be in a deficit because it's so high calorie. And then you can see on Monday, so I think this was, I can't remember what we did on Monday evening. Oh, this was the day that I said I was just kind of grazing and eating because I was feeling a little bit anxious when I got home. So way over my targets. But I really was just like, oh, well, move on. You'll do better next week. So they're the 2 high calorie days. Let's go and have a look at my protein. So I'm assuming that'll be probably pretty steady. Yeah, so my weekly average is 145. Let's go and have a look at my carbs. So 167. So again, you can see there the day I went out for dinner, 233 carbs. And then Monday was a 217 day as well. Grazing, bit of stress eating, but also just accepting it and not letting it bother me. Fats, let's have a look here. Okay. So 53 was my average. I'll go and show you what my targets were in a minute. I'm pretty sure it was 40. So yeah, that was a little bit high. Again, Wednesday, 80, just eating out, not doing anything crazy. And then Monday was 75. So they're kind of the 2 days that kind of stood out to me as being high. So I'm going to go ahead and check in. So you can see there it's pulling in all my averages. So I was definitely over my calories. Protein, I'm good. It's obviously indicated with green. And then I'm right over my targets for carbs and fats. So you can see there it was 138 to 145 was my carb target. So it was a little bit high. So no, we're going to mark no. And the other thing is I haven't taken my weight this week. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to care. So I have only taken my weight probably once or twice earlier in the week. So I don't know. I can't really put anything in here. So I'm not close to my menstrual cycle. If I had to guess, let's put in 72.5. So I don't think I've really changed too much. Complete check-in. So it's going to hold my calories the same because I wasn't compliant. But honestly, I think it's probably time for me to just go to maintenance. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So if you're in the diary view, you simply go over and click on the settings, and then you go to coach settings and then your goal. So are you sure you want to change your goal? Yes, I'm pretty sure. I'm so over thinking that I might want to lose weight and I actually don't. I'm not interested. So let's go to maintain weight. My current weight is 72.5. Do I know my body fat percentage? No. Waist? No, I don't know it. Okay, so it's going to ask for a measurement. So if I had to guess, it's probably about 32, maybe 31 inches. How would you like us to calculate your new targets? So using the current metabolism will give you more accurate macro targets if you've been checking in consistently. So I have multiple back-to-back weeks, but I have fewer compliant weeks. So I could either use the current maintenance, which is suggesting 2118, or I could calculate as new. So what I can do here is I'm going to go to calculate new. So you can see on the screen here, it's saying my current estimated maintenance is 2118. So we'll go to calculate new just so that you guys can see how it would work. So describe your lifestyle. My lifestyle is very sedentary. I just stand in front of my computer. My exercise, on the other hand, is hard. So rate my metabolism slow, normal, or fast. I'm going to say at the moment it's probably slow. Okay, so it's giving me my new maintenance calories is 1871. So it's the, I guess, default settings are showing as 122 protein, 208 carb, and 61 fat. I'm actually going to go in and put my protein back to what I have been consuming, which is probably a little bit higher because of my lean body mass. And the reason it's defaulted to lower is because I didn't give it an estimation of my body fat percentage. So you're going to get a much more accurate you're going to get a much more accurate protein recommendation if you know how much lean body mass you have. So then you can see it's giving me a 60-40 split at the moment for a balanced diet. If I wanted to, I could shift those ratios to give me a bit more flexibility with my carbs and or fat. So right now, I'm probably going to go to 190 carb and 59 fat. That looks pretty decent. We'll hit save and let's go. So I'm on maintenance now. So this week, I think I probably need to weigh myself a couple of times just to make sure that the calories were accurate. But even if not, just getting a weight on the board so that when I check in next week at maintenance, the coach has an understanding of what my weight truly was and where it's moved this week. So I think that'll kind of take off, not pressure, but I always feel like, I have to be working towards something and I don't want to. I'm so happy where I am right now. And I just want to keep training hard, feeling good, getting good sleep, and focusing on some of those other more important things like business, family, So that's it for this week, guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment and I will see you next time.